Oh, YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another knife sale. Now, you have plenty of time to watch the video, so don't get into a rush. Be sure and watch the video. I'm going through every knife. There's 36 of them, so it's going to be a long video. I'll give you the specs. Most of the time, there's several in here that's the same model. So I'll just give you the handle size. If there's anything different about the knife, then I'll talk about that. But if it's just the standard stuff, then same old, same old, same old. All right. So just trying to keep the video as short as possible, but give you guys enough information to make a informed decision. So it's the same as always. Little caveat up for it: it's not whoever puts it in their cart first; it's whoever pays first. Okay. So when you have it in your cart, there may be 10 others have it in their cart trying to pay for it. I would recommend that you select from this video several knives in priority of what you would like to have. So if the one you want gets sold before you can buy it, then you have a second priority or a third priority or fourth. All right. So it just makes sense. Okay. If this sale goes like the rest of them, they'll be sold out in just a matter of minutes. Okay. I think the longest any knife has ever lasted was 12 hours, and that was a $700 knife. So most of these knives are going to go very quickly. So if you want it, then there's probably 10 others that want the same knife. So I would recommend that you get your payments situated either through Apple Pay, register on my website, get all your credit card information in there. It's safe. Nobody's hacked my website yet. I don't think anybody's interested in a knife shop. But anyway, I've never had any issues with that. Go on, B. But it's not who has it in their cart first. It's whoever pays first. Okay? So, there's 3 of these that has Kydex sleeves with the pricing, and I'll show those to you. The pictures on the website will show you the same thing. It'll show the knife with the Kydex sleeve. Now, if you want a Kydex sleeve with these, and it's just a basic sleeve that has a setup for the eyelets for a small tech lock, or you can take a piece of leather and wrap it around there and thread it through the eyelets for a horizontal carry. You can do that. Okay. If you want to add a Kydex sleeve to it, then send a payment of $50. That's an average for the different sizes of knives here. $50 to my PayPal account, which is williamcollins@wcknives.com. And I'll put that email address in the description of the video. Now, and be sure and tell me what it's for. Don't just send $50 and expect me to figure it out, because I'll just reimburse you, okay? I don't have time to do some private investigations, all right? So please tell me what it's about or what it's for, all right? Okay, thank you. But if you want a Kydex sleeve, then you can do that. Now, of course, Randy at Stitch Gear is always an option. You can go to there's Yellow Hawk is another one that you can go to for Kydex. I'm sure there's other leather people around, and there's probably somebody that could make a comment below that tells you that they do leather as well. So I'm sure there's other options out there. All right. So let's see, anything else for housekeeping before we get started? I think that's it. So we'll start off. The first ones are going to be fin and furs. Okay, I've got 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 of them. All right, these are the fin and furs, full flat. It is a fillet/boning knife. Has about a medium flex, I would say. They are made from 16th inch Nitro V, full flat with a 12 to 13 degree cutting edge. All right. The specs on this is blade width is about 1 inch. Blade length is about just under 6 inches cutting, and overall is 10 3/4. Handle is about 4 3/4. These are sure touch scales with liners, and the width, the thickness is about 1 inch. These are the 3/8 sure touch with thin liners. Okay, fills up my hand very nicely. Large hands. There's the first one. I've got another one that's in gray. Same specs, same thickness, just gray sure touch. I've got one in teak wood. Teak wood is everybody knows about teak. That's what they make decks out of. It's a very good hard wood that actually feels pretty nice in the hand. This one feels a little bit thicker. It may be a 16th inch thicker, but everything else is the same. Anyway, has a 1/8 inch natural linen micarta liners in it. Okay, and I got two that's got very thin scales. This one is blue with some red mosaics and red liners. The thickness on this knife, these thin scales, is has just over 1/2 inch, about a 1/16 over. So if you like thin knives, if you know that fits in your kit a little bit better, then there you go, a fin and fur with very thin scales. All right, and again, if you want to order a Kydex sleeve for these, then after you order or place the order and get the knife, I wouldn't recommend ordering a sleeve until you actually get the knife. Then be sure and let me know what it's for. Okay, either describe the knife or tell me what order number it is. Okay, here's one that is this one is just green sure touch with orange pins and orange liner, same thickness as the other. All these are Nitro V, full flat grinds. Okay, that's all of the fin and furs. All right, now I've got two blood drops. And this first one is made from redwood or rosewood. I keep wanting to call this redwood. It's rosewood. Scales with red mosaic pins. These are made out of Nitro V. They are 5/32 stock. A lot of handle. I mean, large to extra large hands. At the widest part, blade is about 1 inch and just under 1/2. Cutting edge is about 4 1/2. Overall is 9 3/4. Handle length is 5 inches. Thickness on this one, this rosewood, is 1 inch. But red liners, red mosaic pins, blood drop. See a little blood drop? Blood drop. And the other one is made with American walnut, black pins, black liners. And blades are dirty. I'll clean them up before I ship them, I promise. If you still see it. I thought I got all of them, but there's still some. Thickness of the handle is same. It's a little over 1 inch. Maybe it's just under 1 inch and 1/8, so a 1/16 over 1 inch. But yeah, the handle, 5 inch handle, same thing. large hands to extra large hands. All right. So if you got small hands, don't buy this and complain that the handle's too big. All right. Okay. All right. That's the 2 blood drops. I've got a prototype. This is a salvage from a field lore. I messed it up, and I messed up the tooth, so I just created a one of, and it's made out of a 1/8 AEBL. The handle is the same as the field lore. I didn't change the handle. 4-inch cutting edge, 9-inch overall. Handle length is 4.5. Width is just under 1 inch. All these knives, every knife has a 90-degree spine. All my knives has 90-degree spines. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 little EDCs. I didn't make enough last time, and somebody complained. So hopefully these 5 will satisfy the market for now. I don't know. We'll see. These things are pretty popular. At the tooth, and these are made out of 1/8 AEBL. At the tooth, the blade width is 1 1/4. Cutting edge is 3.5. Overall is 8.25. Handle width or thickness is just under 1 inch, and the width is 1 3/8 inches. Okay, I've got natural. This is supposed to be natural in this prototype, but it looks more brown already, so it may be an aged natural. So, I've got one in red Sure Touch with black pins, black liner. Let's see if the handle is any different. And it may be a little over 1 inch in thickness. The width is the same. See, it feels okay. I've got black canvas micarta. I've got gray Sure Touch with blue pins and blue liners. And I've got a second natural. I had 2 naturals. All right, cool. Okay. EDC. So it'll be, I'll put these under and just say 2 each. So anyway, just whichever one I can grab first and send out. So, all right, that's all the EDCs. I've got one used companion, well tested. At the tooth, it's 1 inch. Cutting edge is 3.25. Overall is 6 3/4. The thickness on this is about 3/8. It's 1/8 inch AEBL. You see the WC in there slightly. I tried an inlay. It's okay. It's not the best in the world, but hey, you can tell what it is. So it's kind of unique. But anyway, this one will come with a Kydex sleeve. It has one already in the pricing for this knife. Okay. Master Companion, and it will be priced as a used knife. Okay, and so the others are for all new. I've got 4 daily chores. This one is a Saber daily chore with camo, Sure Touch, black pins, black liners. This is much of a handle. These has very large handles, the daily chores do. All right. Thickness on this is about 1.25 inches. So extra large hands, massive hands. Length on the handle is 4 7/8. The cutting edge is 3 5/8. Blade width is 1 3/8. So I mean, this is a lot of knife for somebody that wants a a shorter blade. It's not a short blade, but a standard size blade with a large handle. These daily chores is something you need to take a look at. And I've got this one in gray, Sure Touch, full flat, blue liners, blue pins. And I've got a natural canvas, full flat. Now this one's probably large to extra large. So it's a little bit smaller handle. The thickness on this one is about just under an inch, maybe 7/8. And these are made out of 5/32 Nitro V. Okay, 5/32 Nitro V. And I've got the last one is a saber, so I got 2 sabers and 2 full flats in Nitro V 5/32. This one is rosewood. It's a little bit thinner. It's more like 7/8. So this one's the thinnest or the narrowest handle. So it's probably still large hands, but it's not as beefy as the other 3. So anyway, pins are that burgundy pins, burgundy liners. They call it red, but it's more burgundy than red. So, but anyway, that's the 4 daily chores. I've got a used master carver with natural canvas micarta, black pins, no liners. It will come with a Kydex sleeve. Pricing will reflect that. It's also used, so pricing will reflect that. And it is at the handle. The blade width is about 7/8. Cutting edge is 2.5, let's say. Overall is 7. Handle is 4.5. Thickness is just under an inch. It's that standard 3/8 scales on either side. And the width is about 1.125 inches. Does have thumb scallops. A great little whittler, little whittler knife. Okay, let me get a drink of water here. All right. I've got two to bones. This one here is a Texas stamp. This one was from the first run. And the reason it was not in the first run is, see how many times I stamped that as a 1? it actually looks like 3 times. Somebody just got carried away on that one. I don't know if it was me or my helper at the time. I had somebody stamping plates for me at the time. So anyway, new old stock. AEBL. If you see a Texas stamp with an E in the middle of it, that means it's AEBL. This one is camo Sure Touch with neon green liners and neon toxic green neon pins. All right. Cutting edge is 4 3/4. Overall is 9 5/8. Handle thickness is 1 1/16, just under an 1/8. And the width at the widest part is just over 1.125 inches. But this one's a very thick handle. So if you want one of these 2 to bones, these are made out of 3/32 AEBL. This one is. And if you've never seen a 2 to bone, this is one of the ones that Mom did the video with me on. She loved this knife. So anyway, one with a Texas stamp. You don't get those very often. And I've got one in orange Sure Touch, just the standard markings with a laser. Blue pins and blue liners. Same lengths and everything. I think the width, the width and everything is the same. It's the same as the other one. It's just got orange Sure Touch with blue pins, blue liners. Okay. All right. now I've got 4 NKs. I've got a red Sure Touch with black pins and a black liner. At the tooth, these are all Nitro Vs, 1/8 inch Nitro Vs. At the tooth, they're about 1.5 inches. Cutting edge is 3 3/8. Handle length is 4 1/2, a little over half. Overall is 8 and let's say 8. Fills up my large hands very nicely. Okay. We got one in African Blackwood with blue pins and blue liners. Let's see if the thickness is. The thickness on this one is just under 1 inch. Well, it may be 1 inch. Right at 1 inch. Maybe under a little bit. Yeah, feels a little bit narrow. Maybe a little bit smaller than the other one. Not much. A little bit. NK Nitro V. And again, I'll take the fingerprint. I ain't gonna charge you for those fingerprints. I've got one in Coyote Sure Touch. Toxic green pins, toxic green liner. Thickness on these are going to be for large to extra large hands. Again, a small knife with a lot of handle. Yeah, inch and almost 1/8 in the thickness of these, of the width. So, great little knives. They'll surprise you on whittling. And the last NK is Camo Sure Touch with orange pins and an orange liner. Thickness on this one is right at 1 inch, maybe slightly over. All right, now I've got 2 prototypes, and these are kind of it's not a spade blade, it's kind of a bullnose skinner. I really like the looks of these. If you guys think we ought to do a run of these, then let me know in the comments below. It depends on how many say yes, whether I do it or not. But just a saber grind, just a bullnose, plain old everyday knife. These are made out of AEDL 1/8 inch. The blade width at the tip, at the little Nespa comp, is 1 inch and 1/8. Cutting edge is 4 1/4. Overall is 9 1/8. Handle is 4 5/8. So, yeah, not bad. Just don't have a lot of finger grooves for get those upside down cuts. And prototype A, just bull skinner. I don't know what do you call it. Bull nose skinner, something like that. We'll call it that. Anyway, give you time to you can look on the website and figure it out. And then the other one is it's made out of Blackwood, African Blackwood with white pins and a white liner. This one's a smaller handle. Yeah, handle's a little bit less than 1 inch. So if you're looking for a smaller handle, then this African Blackwood will be it. Everything else is the same. But yeah, if you guys think that we ought to do a run of those, then let me know, and we'll see if we can't make that happen. All right, I've got 4 Sportsman's Classics. Now this is the one that I really love this design. I think it's talking about versatility for a sportsman. This is one that I used on the Ranges Pass. Didn't catch any fish, so it did get used. It just went along for the ride. But Nitro V, I changed the handle up a little bit. They had the original had a couple more finger grooves in it. But I think I like this standard handle better. That way you can get upside down and you don't have those fingers. But this ringing those legs and everything. Matter of fact, Sean with My Self-Reliance, he has one of these, and you probably seen it if you watch his videos. Seen him use this. He's skinned a few deer with it and trout and things like that. And his feedback was best skinning knife he ever used. So there you go. This one is black Sure Touch with black pins. Thickness on this is about 7/8. Handle width is about 1.25 inches, let's call it that. And since this one was went on the trip to Ranges Pass, it does have a Kydex sleeve already with it. So the pricing will reflect the sleeve. All right, and I've got one in natural canvas micarta. Got one in black canvas micarta. And I've got one in teak with neon green pins and neon green liner. This one, the thickness on the handles are just under 1 inch, maybe 7/8 or so. And the micarta, I don't know if I give you the micarta or not, but it's about 7/8 thickness. Okay, the last model is large skinner, and these are made. This was the forerunner to the Master Bushman. I need to clean these up. But anyway, it's 5/32 5/32 Nitro V. These are 16th inch Nitro Vs. I'm sorry. The Sportsman's Choice is 16th inch Nitro V. And these are 5/32 Nitro. The width on the blade at the tooth is 1.5 inches. You want a wide blade when you're butchering because of those straight cuts. It's got that messment tip up there. It's got plenty of belly. This is just a phenomenal skinner. It's got enough heft to it to get in there and do that really tough bristle and things like that you have to skin or cut through. But this one, the size on this one, I mean, it'll go either from a hog, I was gonna say whitetail, but it'll probably do a hog too. One of those hogs around here, they're pretty good size. But a hog on up to a moose with this knife. The cutting edge on it is 4 inches. The saber portion is about 3 inches with a Scandi of about inch and let's say 1.5 inches, something like that. But yeah, the thickness of the handle, it's got 3/8 scales, so about just under 1 inch. The width is about 1 inch and 3/8, call it. But anyway, yeah, large hands, man, it has enough handle there. If you're wearing gloves, you don't lose that knife. Handle length is 4 5/8. Overall is 9 inches. So there's the natural canvas micarta. I got one in rosewood with those burgundy pins and burgundy liner. The thickness is just under 1 inch, but width and everything is the same. Still plenty of handle there to fill your hands up. Now this one is a bird's eye maple that is stained. I like this antique stain. Black pins, black liners, and this is a kind of a beefy handle. Yeah, it's this one's over 1 inch. This is probably about 1 inch and good good in the 1/8". So for large hands, extra large hands, a lot of handle there. Then I've got a black one, black canvas micarta, and an OD green canvas micarta. Okay. So there you have it. So go to my website and you'll be able to see these, a listing that says pricing only, and at least you know you can find out where they're going to be and what the pricing are and all that good stuff. These knives will not be available to buy until tomorrow, which is Wednesday, and I'm going to try to get everything uploaded by noon tomorrow. So anyway, so 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, noon tomorrow, which is the 3rd, July the 3rd. These knives will go live. Before then, you'll be able to see a listing that says pricing only, okay? So that way everybody can pick the knife they want, find out where the web page is at, and on July the 3rd at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, noon, a new listing will pop up like magic and you can buy them, okay? That's the best way and the easiest way that I know to do this. This is how we've done sales for forever, and they seem to work out as fair as I could make it. Now, as I've said before, these sales, they tend to go very quickly. So don't expect to just come back at 5 or 6 o'clock tomorrow evening and find a knife that you want to buy, because it may not be there. All right. If you can't be on the computer pressing refresh at about noon Central Standard Time tomorrow, then you may want to have a proxy do it for you. That's what some have done. But I recommend having all your payments set up either through Apple or register on my website, and make sure that all that payment stuff is finalized, because it's not who has it in their cart first, it's whoever pays first. Okay, so if you have any questions, put them below and I'll try to respond or answer them. But I think I got all the specs there. Be sure and watch the video, because your question is probably answered there. And if you want a Kydex sleeve for any of these that do not have one, then go to my PayPal, and on my account is williamcollins@wcknives.com. That's my email address. And do a payment there of $50 and tell me what it's for. Either an order number, which is best, or describe the knife, okay? And I'll put a link below in the description to the Shop Knives webpage, and also I'll put a link below. I don't know if I can do it to the PayPal account, but I'll at least put the email address in there so that you can just copy and paste on your PayPal. Okay. All right. So until the next one, you guys get in the backyard whittle on stick. I appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, I would not be here in WC Knives. I would be here, but I wouldn't be making knives for the public. I'm making for myself, but I wouldn't be selling them. So anyway, thanks to you, this is actually living my dream. Thank you so much. Till the next one, you guys get in the backyard whittle on stick. Be sure to take a child with you, get the opportunity. And don't forget those plenty of Band-Aids, lots of knives. And we'll catch you again very soon.